Well, good morning guys, welcome back to Luke's Fishin Mission. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm back at the little runoff spot in the urban area here. So when it's raining and it's running off like this, you just have to come here and take advantage of this. Catch a couple little barra, a couple little jacks. That's what I got last time. Doesn't seem to be a snake in the tree. I've had a good look around today. Don't think there's going to be one drop on my head, hopefully not. But tides are rubbish, it's pretty windy, and we've still had a fair bit of rain, but it has eased off a little bit over the last week. So I wanted to come back, got the best of both worlds today. We've still got the flow coming down, but the water has definitely cleared up from last time. It was really chocolate brown last time. It's a lot clearer now. I feel the barra will still be here and they might even feed better because it's a bit cleaner. Let's see how we go. Guys, the little Barramundi right there. He's only small. I don't know if he's sick or what. He's right on the surface. See that little black object? There's a little barra. He's only about 15 to 20 centimeters long. He looks like he's been chewed on by something or bashed up. He doesn't look real good. No, his whole left side of his face is all smashed up. Something's had a go at him, or he's come over the rock bar. You see him here? What are you doing, mate? You don't look good, do you? Don't look good. Like a catch him. Well, he's okay. Alright, definitely a lot cleaner, which is nice. I'm still opting to use the dark colour lure because its silhouette's good in the dirtier water, but yeah, like I said, it's a lot cleaner than last time. And yeah, usually you'll know in the first 10 casts if they're a barra here or not. Remember after I twitched it last, oh yep, oh there was a fish just rolling it then, I seen it. They're here, right? First cast and there was a fish after it, rolled on it, but didn't catch it, didn't eat it, didn't find the hooks. Oh, oh, again, that was another hit. 2 hits in 2 casts. I don't know if you've seen them, but this is pretty fun. Come on, eat it. Just twitch, twitch, pause. Make it look real seductive. Because last time I was just slow rolling it, and the very first cast I started doing a fair bit of work to the lure, actually working it, was when I got that barra. I think that exact cast. There's definitely a couple of barra here. Just seen them roll on this lure twice in 2 casts. Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot cleaner. And this lure really sticks out nicely, especially that orange mark on it. The 75mm atomic shiner. Slow rolling, lots of twitching, lots of pausing. Oh god, bloody birds scared the crap out of me. The birds are here, obviously the fish are stacking up. He's a piscivore, that bird, so he eats a lot of fish, that guy. So if he's here, there's either a lot of barra here or a lot of bait here. Combination of the two. Mate, don't sit there. Scare the fish away, bro. Oh, come on, just eat it. They're almost like, they're not a hungry strike. It's more like, get out of my territory, I'm here, piss off. Because they want to eat it, they just eat it. They're just swiping on it. I'm pretty persistent though. I'm not going to stop till I catch one of these fish. But they're not the whole big engulfing, I'm really starving. They're probably pretty well fed, these fish. They've moved up here and so would have a lot of bait against the flow, so they're probably here just gorging on fish. I'm not going to stop till I catch one. I'm persistent like that. It's in my nature. Little Maltese terrier, mate. Just keep going and going and going. Bring it in front of these lilies, these reeds here, across the face. There's heaps of little bait fish down there, small fish. Not sure what they are. I'm sure the barra will be gorging themselves on them, and that might be why they're not wholly 100% committing to eating this lure. Not yet, anyway. But I'm going to keep putting this lure in front of them about 100 times till they do eat it. Mark my words. I'll not leave until I catch one. Like I said, I'm persistent. Oh, yep, there's one. There's one. Little Baz. Just a little fella. Hey, buddy. Awesome though, little barra. There we go. Only a small fish. This is usually the rats that we usually get here, like 200 mil. And we've been catching them about 500 mil, 450 mil. They're usually bigger than average, so they're pretty cool. The one I got last time and the one I've got with Ruby, but this guy is probably more traditional, the size we get here, the real little rats, but you often get multiple, so it makes it pretty fun. Yeah, he's only 20 centimeters long, 23 centimeters long, something like that. Awesome to see though, such an awesome little fish, hey? Such a pretty little fish. He's like just over 20 centimeters, maybe 22 centimeters long, but still got the big mouth, predatory eyes that are lit up. See if we can catch a couple more. So that was pretty cool. Little barra, got one. See if we can get a couple more. Like I said, I am persistent. I'll bring that lure in front of them 100 times till they actually eat the thing. And he did, pretty much on the cast that I said I was going to do that. But 9 out of 10 times, you're always getting them over here where this flow is. The flow comes out and then oxygenates the water, aerates the water, drops food particles out of suspension. Here where the flow dissipates, and the fish are here at the end of that sort of eddying area where the flow dissipates, and getting food that falls out of suspension. Also when there's flow like that, the fish are, you know, the bait fish are mesmerized and they're sort of confused. And that's where fish like to ambush, like GTs do. When there's pressure faces and big tides, the bait's all confused and then the big fish come up and smash them. Similar sort of thing here. Now I'm hoping there was more than one fish there. I did have about 3 or 4 hits before I hooked up to that guy. I know they weren't overly big fish, probably fish around that same size, so I'm hoping there's more than just one here. The key is to keep the lure in the strike zone as long as you can. Twitch, twitch, but pause. Twitch, twitch and pause. Don't be in a hurry to wind it all the way in. Oh, there's a little barra there. Look, that's the guy from before. See if he's going to eat. There he is, look at him. He looks like the one from before. He's got the same sort of smashed up face. I don't think he's interested in eating. He doesn't look right. He's probably going to be bird food soon, this guy. Oh, there's another hit. Okay, good. There's definitely more fish here. He's not big, but definitely another fish. Oh, another hit there. They're hitting it so much, but they're not really committing to it. Like I said, I feel it's like they're already full and they're just like hitting it to get out of their territory, you know, bugger off. They're not hungry because they'd fully just engulf it otherwise. But there's definitely multiple fish here, which is really cool. Oh, another hit then. They really just, maybe I've got to use a small lure, I'm not sure, but because they're not big fish today. They're not big barra. Still though, you know, 20 centimeter fish are still going to eat a 75 mil lure, like that one did before with me. Oh, there's a barra. There, I can see the barra behind that then. This is so much fun. Even though I'm not, oh, there's so many. Might have to try a different lure. I might have cottoned onto this guy. I might have to try something maybe a bit smaller. I'll go faster. Just change the retrieves up. Maybe faster, like it's going to get out of their area real quick and they better eat it before it gets away, you know what I mean? So I'll go fast. Nah. Always good to mix up your retrieve. This time I'll just pause and twitch. Oh, I don't know if you, oh, there's barra right there. They seem to be, oh, they seem to be interested when you're twitching it and pausing it. Maybe a plastic might be the go. Something to get down a bit deeper and a bit smaller profile maybe. I've got a tackle box full of lures, so it's not like I can't change to something else. you know, you bring all these lures with you. You bring 100 lures, 150 lures in a couple of tackle trays, and you always seem to just leave the same one on all the time. I don't know if you're like that, but I think I am. I suppose it's good to be prepared though, eh? What do you reckon? Something small, that's the same size. They're a bit on the big side, little vibe, not real keen. I reckon a little plastic. Maybe a little white atomic prong, 3-inch, weedless. Might try this guy. And that white's gonna stick out good too in the dirtier water, so let's try this. Right, I've just changed it up. Let's see how this goes. It's smaller, so it's only 3 inches. So probably 60 centimeters instead, sorry, it's probably 60 millimeters instead of 75, much smaller profile, and it's white. It's gonna stick out, it's gonna get their attention. I reckon they're gonna eat this. They're just shying away from that other lure so much, so I've hooked this little plastic weedless. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good, I reckon. Something they haven't seen here before. It's white, it's small, and I'm just, oh, that was a hit. That was a hit. And I'm just twitching it around in front of them seductively. I can work different parts of the water column. I can let it sink more. I reckon a lot of them have seen it. They're just not sure what it is, so they're hesitant to eat it yet. But the more they'll see it, the more I cast in front of them, the more they'll see it, someone's going to eat it. Ooh, that was a hit on the drop. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So many barra here today. They're just not committing wholly and solely. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, see that? Oh, and another one. I need to use a little hard body, something with trebles, I think. Something with real sticky hooks. Yeah, I think because it's clearing up today, that water's clearing up. Oh, see that? Oh, there's so many fish there. The water's, oh, the water's clearing up. The fish are there. There's so many little bait fish there. So much food. No wonder they're sluggish at eating this. They're just going to gorge themselves on all the little bait that's here. Oh, that was a better hit. I am weedless though, so they really have to engulf it for them to get hooked up here. Might change back to a little hard body so the trebles are showing. I don't have any traditional jig heads with me today, only the weedless hooks, I'm pretty sure. They're still eating this lure, but they're not hooking up because it's weedless. That hook's concealed. Usually the bigger fish, no worries, I'll compress it down easily, but I don't have any standard jig heads with me today. Guys, you just have to keep changing it up when they're trying to have a go, but they're not committing fully. This is the smallest lure I have. 50mm atomic semi-hard vibe. It's nice size, but it is really heavy, so I'm going to have to keep my rod tip up high, not let it sink too much or I'll snag on the bottom. I'll have to sort of roll it back pretty quick. It is a heavy lure, but it is small and it's got the trebles. So I wonder if they'll eat this. The only issue with this lure in this environment is it sinks quite quick, so it's good when you're in the boat and you're working a deep hole in the estuary, but here, land-based, it sinks really quick, so I've got to retrieve it quicker than what I would usually like that nice slow retrieve. But oh, there's one, there's one. Yeah. All right. Just changed over to that new lure and bang, second cast, number 2 out of about 20 hits. It's all right. Keep changing it up till you find something that works. Alright guys, change the lure once again. I'm back to a hard body, 75mm atomic shiner. I didn't have any smaller. Different colour, silver this time. I just lost the vibe. Let it sink down too much and got snagged on a stick. So that was the end of that. Back to the hard body, back to what I like. Let's see if they're still here. Silver, nice natural colour. Hopefully they're still around. The last sort of 10-15 minutes hadn't seen the follows, you know, so they might just be a bit shy now. Caught a couple, had a few hits from a heap more, and they've seen a few different lures now to maybe know something's not quite right. I reckon they've spooked now. Like I said, I've caught 2 and had hits from bulk more, and they've seen a few different lures now, and they probably know not quite right, but that's why I've been changing them up, you know, give them something new to look at all the time. If I can get one more fish, I'll be happy. Oh yep, there's one. There's one. Little Baz. Third fish. I did say, if I got another one I'll be happy. So there's 3 little runoff barras. All on different lures actually. 2 hard bodies. These are both the same hard bodies, atomic shiner 75mm, different colours, and one on the little 50mm vibe. He's only 20cm fish. Pretty bloody cute though, eh? This is where they all start. They move up into the fresh waters, away from the predators, more food, more habitat. They move back out to the salt to breed a few years later. This is the nursery, up in the fresh. So that was number 3. They're all much smaller than, you know, the one Ruby got here would have been over 50cm. The one I got last time, 2 weeks ago, would have been 45. They were pretty good fish for this spot. Now the ones I've been catching today, certainly those little rats, probably a year and a half old. They would have been probably from last year's wet season. They've moved up here. And they haven't obviously moved back out to the salt yet. They're still too small. They're still too small, obviously. This is where they come. As I said in my previous video, they use the wet season flows and big tides. The big girls spawn in the estuaries, and the little fellas, little boys and girls. Oh, there's one. Oh, lost him. Oh, and then the lures in the tree. There we go. The big girls spawn in the salt, and then the little ones use the big tides and the wet season flows to move upstream against the flow into your freshwater safe havens, into your wetlands. Don't get me started on the invasives that are up there. I did mention them. So a big threat is those jaguar cichlids, especially when they're coming up in the fresh, and seeing those guys. Hopefully they don't get too widespread, those things. Really, really nasty, really big predator up in the fresh. Will nail the barra when they're this size before they can get big to move back to the salt to breed. So a real big issue. But that's the life cycle. They move up, spend a few years in the fresh, and they move back downstream. Oh, look, look, oh, did you see that? Oh, he followed it. It was almost like a seal balancing a ball on its nose. The lure was that close to its nose. I tried to give it a twitch, but little hard bodies are definitely the go. You need those treble hooks. Smaller hard body than this, 50 or 60mm would have been even better. This is 75mm. I didn't bring any smaller hard bodies with me today. Spewing about that. I reckon I would have caught a few more fish if I had a smaller hard body. Ooh, there's 2 barra underneath it. Now I don't know if you're picking that up, but polarized sunnies make a bloody good difference. I can see 2 little barra underneath that lure on that cast and that retrieve. Yeah guys, closing out today's session. Very, very fun, very, very interesting. I think I learned a few things. Obviously the water is clearing up. There's a lot more fish here. They're a lot smaller. The big girls, or the bigger Barramundi that I've caught with Ruby and I did in my last video, or 2 videos ago, fortnight ago, they were a lot bigger, and I got a jack then too. Today, only really, really small ones, like 20cm, 22cm, something like that. But there was a hell of a lot more of them. But they don't seem to be eating real hard. They don't seem to be smashing the lures real hard. There's a lot of small bait fish here. I reckon they've come up, they've gorged themselves, they're really, really full of that bait. And a lot of the times they just roll on the lure, or just like, it's just a tap to get it out of their way, you know, out of their zone. They're not hungry, but they don't want it there. You know, they're a predator, they don't want it there. But I did catch 3 and missed a whole bunch of other ones, but it was a lot of fun, and really particularly fun because I could actually sight cast them with my Makos. I could see them. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, guys. Definitely when the rain's around, give the little runoff spots a go, where there's a little barrier, there's water coming down over them, and there's a drop. When there's a drop like that, our Australian fish are lazy, they can't get over them. They're not like the salmon and trout of North America that can jump 2 meters and the bears catch them. Anything over about that much is a barrier for our fish. So when the water's coming down, the flow's coming down like this, these fish are moving up, and if there's a barrier there, they can't get above them, so they're going to school up there. The birds definitely know that, so keep an eye out for the birds. That's where the fish will be. They know. Yeah, had an absolute ball today, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.